I already told my husband I can't pound yam. Yes, my husband is a lover of pounded yam. It was one of the things. I know, as mundane as that sounded, I actually said, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pound yam. Love alone is not enough to make your marriage work. In fact, couples who rely solely on love have a greater tendency of failing in marriage. So what is enough, you might ask me? Well, my video today is for those who are thinking of getting married soon, who have the intention to get married, or those who are already married. So wherever you fall, I'm sure you benefit from this. I'm going to be talking about the benefits of premarital counseling, whether it's for you, who is it for, and if it really works. So let's get on with it. So for those who might need a better clarity of what premarital counseling is, it's the counseling for soon-to-be weds, for couples who are intending to get married. So for both a man and a woman who are intending to get married. So premarital counseling is more like a normal requirement to before you get married. And what is it about? It's about going to a trained counselor to help you, guide you through, and help you guys to be able to talk. Now I'm going to be sharing my experience, so I'm really not going to be helping you decide, but I feel my experience would help you to decide whether it is for you, whether it's good for you, and if it's going to work for you. So myself and my husband we got to do our premarital counseling at Daystar Christian Center in Lagos, Nigeria. So it's a church, and we have the premarital counseling department, or the family life department. And this department is one for those who are getting ready to get married, those who are also married. And I make bold to say that counseling is actually for every couple, whether they are yet to get married, whether they're already married, and even in the course of getting married. I don't know if that makes sense. Counseling is not for troubled people. It's not for troubled couples. It's for smart couples to prevent trouble, right? So I think sometimes people just feel like counseling is for troubled marriages, is for those that are having issues in their marriage. But on the contrary, it's not. It's actually for smart couples. It's actually for goal-oriented couples. It's actually for couples who want to make it work better. It's for couples who are intentional about making their marriages work. So when I see a couple who is deliberate about enhancing their marriage, when I see a couple who wants to go for counseling, I see people who wants to enhance their marriage. In fact, in my second church, because when I got married, I started going to my husband's church because I had to relocate to another city. In that church, in Family Worship Center in Abuja, it's called a marriage enhancement course. So it gets to a stage where you are in your marriage, and possibly 2 years after, or at any point in your marriage, you go through this course to enhance your marriage. So it's not for troubled couples. I think that's just the point I'm trying to push. That counseling is not for troubled couples. It's for smart couples. So why premarital counseling? Premarital counseling helps you to develop your communication skills. I think there are so many topics that you have to talk about with your soon-to-be husband or your soon-to-be wife, and there might be a limit to which you can talk about these topics together as an intending couple, just together, because there's a limit to which you know already in the subject. And that's where the counselor comes in to make you guys talk. And the counseling session is not to teach you what to do. It's actually for two of you to be able to discuss and know what you are going into. So it enhances your communication skill to be better than it is. Another benefit of the premarital counseling I will share with you is it helps to spot the red flags early. I'm getting cold here. So it helps to spot the red flags early. There are so many red flags that you might not be able to spot early. But that's where that premarital counseling comes in. That when you decide to talk about this, you decide to ask questions about these topics that you might not be able to discuss on a normal day or just discuss between yourselves. The counselor brings up those topics, and you hear from the other person, and you see a hint or you see a tip of what does this person think, and you decide, is this what I'll be able to put up with? Is this what I'll be able to bear for the rest of my life? That's what I ask. That's what I ask when I see couples that want to get married and they say, what about this? I said, well, there is no right or wrong answer to it. I can't tell you a yes or a no. You have to ask yourself, what I see now, is it what I'll be able to bear? Is it what I'll be able to enjoy or endure for the rest of my life? So premarital counseling helps to spot out red flags early. The premarital counseling helps to strengthen conflict resolution skills that you develop to be able to resolve conflicts, because that was one of the things that has been helping me and my husband. Because when you're madly in love with your partner, when you want to get married, there are even some things that someone will ask you and you say, God forbid, it can never happen. I will never see this. But the truth is that yes, you don't want it to happen, but life happens. Storms will come, troubles will come, crisis will definitely come, conflicts will definitely come in marriage. So helping you to prepare for those crises ahead is one of the things that the premarital session helps you to be able to develop, both as a husband and as a wife. It kind of brings the future to you in perspective and say, in a situation where this comes up, how would you cope? Or what do you think? So it helps you to have an idea that this can happen to anybody. This can happen to you. And when it comes knocking at the door, how prepared are you? Another thing I can say that the premarital counseling helped me and my husband achieve is it helped us to align our expectations in issues of in-laws, in issues of kids, financial expectations, in gender roles, those major parts of your marriage. It just helps to align your expectations and ask you, like from that point we decided how many kids are we gonna have when we start having children? What are the roles? What are we good at? What roles are you good at as a husband? What roles am I good at as a wife? And it kind of helped to align my expectations, to know that I might not be able to expect this, and my husband is not particularly good at this. So I shouldn't expect so much in that area. Let me give you a funny one. I already told my husband I can't pound yam. Yes, my husband is a lover of pounded yam. It was one of the things. I know, as mundane as that sounded, I said, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pound yam. Let's settle that one. And it helps to align his expectation, and he knows that, man, this lady can't pound. I can do so many other things, yeah, but that one, I couldn't master it. So it just helps to align your expectations, to be able to know that, oh, this is what this person is good at. This is where am I coming? This is where I'm good at. I can say that premarital counseling has helped to reduce divorce rates. Yes, I know there are a lot of people that it didn't work out for. I want to hear from you. If you're watching this video, just pop it on the video and let me know. Were you able to do a premarital counseling or something like that, or a counseling class before you got married? Was it useful? Was it helpful, or was it not? Or are you just one of those that it didn't work out for? What are the things I would say you should watch out for in having a premarital counseling? Now, this is for singles who will be getting married soon, and I feel this will be helpful to you. Now, premarital counseling is not a feel-good therapy, and don't take it as a religious expectation. I feel you should go out for a counselor that is practical, one that both of you believe in, one that will not be biased. And sometimes it's actually good to go for a professional counselor. Some of the churches have it. Some, I'm laughing there, but I'm just saying that, go for the counselor that you believe in. Go for a professional counseling that is geared toward marriage. Not all counselors are marriage counselors. So go for a marriage coach or go for a marriage counselor that's practical, that will not be biased, that both you and your partner are comfortable and trust and believe in. Another thing I'll say you should look out for is the "we have no problem" myth. It's a myth. There is no couple that doesn't have a problem. In fact, if you meet so many successful couples or people you know that are doing well with their marriage, they'll tell you they're still working on it, because it's a journey. It's not a destination, it's a journey. So even if you're married today and you're 2 years married, 10 years married, 20 years married, I still feel you should go for these enhancement classes now and then. Marriage is a school. In a school, what do? You keep reading, you keep learning to enhance your knowledge. And so is the same thing in your marriage. You should keep going for things that will enhance your knowledge in marriage. Keep making it beautiful, because if we leave it like that all through our life, it's going to be all boring, right? Few tips you might need going into premarital counseling if you want to get married is start early. Premarital counseling is not what you go for and you've already set your wedding dates and you're running for counseling. That means that counseling, whether you like it or not, I think you should go into counseling with an open mind. It should be something you are ready to check off your list to determine if this person is the right person for you. In fact, I know of some organizations or some churches that you should not fix your date before you come for counseling, or it should be a particular period or a timeline. It should not be maybe a 6 months early. In fact, they will prefer you not to even fix your date at all. It's because the decision or the outcome of the counseling might result to two of you deciding if this will work, if this will really work for you or not. So it gives you that open mind to be able to open up yourself in reality, or to be very real, to say, I really want to know if at the end of this counseling we are deciding to go forward in doing this. We are deciding that you are the right person for me and you are not the right person for me. And there are two outcomes from a counseling. It's either from the outcome, you both know that, yes, we can do this together. Or from the outcome, you're already saying that, I don't think this will work. So first, start early. Second, go with an open mind. Be ready to be open. Because you're not doing anybody a favor than yourself. If you hide things, yes, you're going to go on and you meet it ahead of you. So it's not saying what I think my partner would like to hear. It's saying it as it is. Be open, be honest, be transparent. And I've said before, pick a counselor that you both are very comfortable to work with, not one that will be biased toward the other one. I would say go for someone that is neutral, that is not a family member or that is not closer to any of you, that will be objective in dealing with both of you. Another tip, don't just listen, take action. If you write notes down, see them to completion. Don't just listen, okay, but take action. Counseling doesn't just work. Every other person can have a counseling and nothing works. But if you don't take action, it would result to nothing. Treat it as an investment and not a task. Don't treat it as, it's just a requirement, I'm just going to check it out of the list. Know that the counseling is the foundation of whatever you are building, of that beautiful home that you want to build with your spouse. So treat it as an investment and not a task. So is premarital counseling worth it? Are you engaged or you're planning to get married, or are you already married? What do you think about premarital counseling? Let me know. If you watch this video to this time, then I know you are very intentional about building a beautiful marriage or working on your relationship, and I'm sure you will do well with this next video on your screen now. I'll catch you over there.